Hello everyone and welcome to Imperial Czech podcast about movies, TV shows, games and other fun stuff. I am Jakub, or Jacob if you're feeling dramatic. I'm here joined by Rikki.
Hello, how's it going, Kuba?
Pretty good. This time we're talking about Star Wars, everybody's favorite wars.
Yes, let's do this.
Rikki, hit it!
What, you mean the theme song?
Yep.
But do you realize it's in Czech though?
Do we have any others?
No.
Hit it!
Filmy, séroše a občas sračky. Podcast jednou za čas přijde vhod. Usedněte s pivkem do sedačky. Je tu Imperial pod.
Okay, before we start, there's something that we need to get out of the way right now. Why are we speaking English right now?
I know, it's a twist!
Yep.
Well, we do this podcast in Czech. We do it for about, 6 months now? But we have a lot of friends abroad.
Yes.
And so we decided to give them occasionally an English episode so they can have a quality listen to some quality YouTube stuff.
Quality YouTube stuff. We decided to give them a treat, if you will.
That's right.
Yep. Because it's sort of unfair, because our stuff is very entertaining in Czech, so...
Is it?
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Yes, it is.
Well,
I don't want to undermine us way before we start.
I mean, it's entertaining to us. I don't know how entertaining it is for...
That's all that matters.
Oh, yeah.
And if there are some people that are as weird as we are, then that's just a good thing. Because they understand our humor.
I absolutely agree with that. All right, so without further ado, today we're talking about Star Wars, the future of Star Wars, the potential futures of Star Wars, some rumors, and our personal wishes, what we want from the Star Wars universe.
Yes, and why we're doing this is just because the Solo is in theaters still.
Is it?
I think it is. Unless they cancelled it completely.
Well, but I'm asking because it doesn't seem like it based on the revenues that they're making.
Yes, it's really...
Bummer.
It's really bummer. Well, it still made a lot of money. It's it will be probably the 10th most profitable movie in a year, but it won't cover...
10th in a year from a Star Wars movie.
Yes, I know.
How embarrassing is that?
Very. I think they realized it.
Yeah.
And that's why we have to talk about what's happening next, what we think is happening.
How will
project,
this? Well, this is
sorry.
Let's continue. Let's be honest. This is a bit of a failure. This is a little bit of a setback for Disney, and we need to discuss how this is going to affect the future of Star Wars. Is this going to affect the future of Star Wars? Can we expect maybe movies with smaller budgets? Or are we going to go just big with lesser frequency or,
Yeah, I think what Disney's trying to do with the Star Wars is just to copy the formula for MCU.
Absolutely.
They're trying to put out as many movies, which MCU is still Disney, so...
Yep.
As when they don't have to compete with, or I don't know how much these franchises are competing together, whether there are teams within Disney and we're MCU Disney and you are Star Wars Disney and we're better than you, and then just
Yep, I wouldn't be surprised because Disney
go
is an evil corporation, you know.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the way to go for Star Wars, because everybody was always looking forward to Star Wars.
Yeah.
Even with the prequels.
Yeah.
There's you had a gap more than a year before the next movie came out.
Yep.
And
even though those movies were shit, I was still looking forward to the next one.
Yes, because you wanted to know how it expands the story, how it's going to expand the universe.
No. I wanted to see lightsaber battles.
And that, yeah, which were probably highlights of the prequel trilogy.
Well, I mean, they were, but at the time they were.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, I remember being super excited when Yoda, for the first time ever on the silver screen, turned off his mini lightsaber, and I was just, shitting my pants with excitement.
He was jumping around.
But, yeah, and I love that at the time, but then, looking back, I'm like, why the fuck...
It doesn't hold up at all, does it?
Why the fuck does he have a lightsaber? Why the fuck does he do flips?
He could probably, snap Dooku's neck by...
Well, that was the coolest thing about Yoda, because Yoda was supposed to be this little fucking lizard dwarf who was so powerful in the Force that's just he's beyond lightsabers and stuff like that. The same thing like the Emperor was, because Palpatine in the episode 6, right, is like, oh, this is a primitive Jedi weapon or some shit, and then throws it away.
Yeah, and then he checks it out.
Yeah.
Three and
Yeah. I don't need this. I have fucking lightning coming out of my arse.
Right.
So why? So at the time I was super excited. Now I'm not.
Yeah, but let's get to what's happening in the future in the Star Wars universe, possibly.
So what we know for sure.
What we know for sure that are at the moment in making. We're gonna cover movies, some comic books, some video games possibly. And series, TV shows. So I'm gonna kick off with Jon Favreau directed a live-action series, which would take place in the canon after Return of the Jedi, Episode 6. So which is gonna fill up the gap between Episode 6 and 7. Oh. So probably the rise of
You're
the
very
first...
good with numbers.
Yes, thank you.
So after probably the rise 7. Well, I mean, to be honest,
I've done my research.
You're much better with numbers than George Lucas, to be honest. Yeah.
And so this probably gonna cover like the rise of the First Order, like what happened with the Galactic Republic, the new Galactic Republic.
Yes, maybe the
why
rise
there
of
is resistance while there is still Galactic Republic. Which
how did First Order came to be? What happened to the Empire?
Yeah,
This is the thing. I mean, this is a subject that I would really like to know, really like to know more about, because that's at the end of Jedi, right? Return of the Jedi. When they blow up the Death Star and Palpatine is tossed in the fucking pit,
Yes.
Why do all of the giant armadas of fleets and of the ships and all the admirals and all the moffs?
Okay, we don't want to.
And they're just like, oh, okay, I guess it's time to go home. What happened there? I feel like there's some part of the story that we're missing.
It's actually not on this era. Slightly touched the Battlefront 2 campaign.
Oh, come on.
Because that's what you got. Because there was like a backup plan, which is official canon now. If you like it or not, that's what happened. Because
I don't.
The Imperial forces had their
contingency plan.
Yeah, just like Emperor's
down
dead,
everything.
and now we just have to like massacre all the planets and like do as much damage as we possibly can.
What sort of shit plan is that?
I don't know.
How is that going to do good for
Don't ask me. Ask the guys who.
Because like the thing that there's a theory I really enjoy, and that's that Emperor Palpatine was not actually that evil, but he was actually super pragmatic, and he was building Death Star as a prototype, and he was supposed to build
it was that comic book, wasn't it? Like
I don't know.
he was building a
defense
he
something
expected invasion
from
of
outer
some
dark space or whatever.
Yeah,
which I feel like is super interesting. But this
which is actually like Palpatine's the good guy, and these bloody rebels just ruined everything and caused the genocide of the entire galaxy, because
that's what I like. Yeah. That's how I like my stories.
So, the bloody rebels hate you, Skywalkers.
Yeah, one might say rebel scum.
Rebel scum.
All right.
I want a new trilogy.
Yeah. So this is quite interesting. So between the episodes 6 and 7, there's a lot of things to explore. So I'm all for it. Let's see.
Tied to this is also animated series, which we'll call Star Wars Resistance, which is pretty much like Star Wars Rebels. Yeah. Now we're gonna get Star Wars Resistance.
Yep.
We should cover again like what happened between Episode 6 and 7 and possibly onwards through Episode 8 and 9.
This supports this sort of thing that we're thinking that they're trying to achieve, and that's like having the movies and the TV shows sort of meet.
But this was
sometimes.
Animated. Before that is live action. Yeah. We'll see how that goes, because I don't want them because it sounds to me like they're covering the same thing, unless there'll be like two different sides of the
But
galaxy.
you know how this is going to turn out, because they're going to have the movies, and the characters from the TV show are not going to make an appearance in the movies, but they're going to use the movies and the characters from the movies to drive the people to watch the TV show as well, because it's going to be like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. style, but animated. This time we're addressing this, stuff that happened in the thing, or this character appearing in the TV show, because they can animate the person, right?
In the animated version or the series, it's confirmed that the Gwendolyn Christie who's Captain Phasma, and Poe Dameron, who is Oscar Isaac.
Yes.
Or other way around. Whatever. Oscar Isaac kind of sounds like he could be a Star Wars character, like with that name. Anyways.
Does it?
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're confirmed that they will be voicing their respective characters in the animated series. So
is he going to be voicing Phasma and she
possibly twist
him?
Twist.
I mean, I wouldn't see that coming.
Okay, and then we have more trilogies, and
which
possibly
one of which I'm not excited about, and one of which I'm very excited about.
Which one's which?
Oh, you can guess, smartass.
So Rian Johnson trilogy.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited about that because I fucking loved the last movie that he made.
Oh yeah, you didn't like it. I kind of like it.
I didn't like it. No,
I did.
No.
So
it wasn't good.
There are no informations about what the new trilogy is going to be about. Whether it's going to be post Episode 9.
Do you think?
Which I kind of think is going to be like that.
Do you think that there's a possibility that it will be cancelled? Because I think there will be, because the fallback, because the proof that there is a fallback is Solo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Episode 8 was very divisive. I mean, I know it's a shocker to you, but some people didn't like it.
I don't know why.
Maybe it's because
a brilliant piece.
Because I can't shut up about it. So it was very divisive. You liked it, I didn't, and we are sort of like the sample of the rest of the world. Some people really liked it,
50-50.
some people really didn't like it. So I think that because there is like this. Is Star Wars good still, and is it exciting, and are they doing the right thing? It's sort of translated into Solo, where people were just not really excited, and it didn't make that much money.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that Rian Johnson's trilogy is maybe in a little bit of a danger.
Don't have anything to say about it right now because
we don't know podcasting.
no, I mean, we could be here all night long and just talking about what it might be about it, what it's gonna be about, and we just don't have bloody time, do we?
That's why we're here for. We're here to speculate. So speculate.
Yeah, but we have a time limit. So next topic.
All right. Okay. So then there's the other trilogy, which I'm super excited about. Well, tell me about it.
You tell me about it because you're excited about it.
You're not.
I'm excited about Rian Johnson's trilogy.
Oh.
No,
okay, I think we need to arm wrestle right now or something.
No, there's no time.
Yeah. And I would probably lose because you're like twice my size. But anyway.
Okay, go ahead. I don't take that personally.
It was meant as like you're a bear of a man. And I'm just a little Weasley kid.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, are you a fan of Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Are you a fan of the writing of Game of Thrones?
Kind of, I think.
I have a treat for you. Because Benioff and Weiss, the producers and the writers of I almost said Shadowgun. Because I'm used to saying the names so often, That's by the way my game. Download it and enjoy it.
A little plug. Okay, I'll unplug it now and carry on.
Oh yeah, I mean you have the power to cut it out. So these guys are writing their own trilogy and making it. So that's why I'm super excited about. It is possible that it's going to be from the very very ancient times in the Star Wars universe,
which now doesn't exist in the official canon.
That's true.
But that would bring it back to it.
I fucking wish they will, because it is for me the most exciting times. Because you have.
It's Knights of the Old Republic.
Exactly, the era, yeah. So you have thousands of Jedis, thousands of Sith, and you have these secret societies and secret empires and so on. And this is, I feel like it's the setting where these two guys who made their name and made their mark in the industry for writing very intricate and complicated, sort of semi-historical stories, that this is where they would shine.
Yeah, I think there is a possibility we're gonna get it, because in the episode 8, which was confirmed by the Visual Dictionary, I haven't read it, but I've heard that someone read it.
You haven't read it. You're such a nerd.
And there's a bit of equipment or piece of garbage on Luke's table in that ancient Jedi temple on that island where he's hiding in that hut, which is basically just like a fragment of a Sith crystal. People thought it might be Darth Vader's as a like reminder of his father and like how he was turned from good to bad and then from bad to good again. But apparently, according to the Visual Dictionary, that's a fragment of a Sith crystal belonging to Jedi Crusader, which is...
Jedi Crusader?
Crusader. I think that was like some Jedis during the Mandalorian Wars.
Jedi who were sent somewhere to steal somebody's religion and steal their historical monuments, so to reflect our history.
Spread
their face. Jedi beliefs.
And that was Revan.
Oh, shut up!
So that might be a little, very, very decent cue, which means more than we actually think. At the time.
I think I'm going to have to start reading these books you're reading all the time.
You have to. And then you're going to have more information and you be a smart guy.
But reading is boring.
It is.
All right. Well, I guess I'll have to do my research.
So that might be
That is
what's
super
happening.
exciting. That is super exciting. Because like Darth Bane, who's like... Is it a...
I'm Bane.
Yeah, exactly. that guy.
Come to the doctor.
Oh, I didn't do that.
The Gotham is yours. To the dark side come.
Oh, come on.
Okay, so Darth Bane is also part of all this like Old Republic shenanigans. So if Darth Bane and Revan are now confirmed, that means that, you know, this might actually happen. Fans have been
Fingers crossed.
Fans have been wishing for this to happen for years.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, I'm excited. I'm officially excited. I'm on board.
Another thing. Tell me, are you excited for a Boba Fett movie? That's definitely happening.
I absolutely am not.
Yes, I know.
Yes, because he was chewed up by a fucking Sarlacc in a Sarlacc pit.
He went down like a bitch.
Like a total bitch. What, like... I understand why he's a very favorite character because his design is phenomenal, but in the movies, did he actually do something really cool? I don't really think so. Even Vader's just like, no disintegrations. So that means that he was told by him, bring me this bounty, but he disintegrated them. So it's just like, he's an idiot.
Like, oh, damn it. That's the only thing I like doing.
I'm going to say it, Boba Fett is the most overrated bounty hunter in the galaxy. I would rather hire Bosk or IG-88.
Yes.
I said it.
I'm
controversial.
Yeah, we're getting this. It's confirmed that John Mangold, like the director of Logan, the final Wolverine movie, is directing this.
Yep.
So that gives me a little bit of faith that it can be a good movie with good storytelling.
When is it set though?
I think it's gonna be part of sort of like a side trilogy, like prequel side Star Wars story trilogy. It's gonna be called Fett, a Star Wars story.
Fett,
possibly.
That's
or Boba.
That's in Czech. That's a very unlucky name, man. Fett.
Yeah, it's Junkie.
Yeah,
Junkie, a Star Wars story. So I think we're gonna get like in the Boba Fett story, we're gonna get Han Solo, we're gonna get maybe Obi-Wan if he's getting his own movie. And spoilers for Solo, we probably gonna get Darth Maul, more backstory on him, and that. I don't know. I'm not excited about that movie, but but this is happening. It was officially announced, as very few of these movies are actually officially announced, and you get these information.
There are so many much more interesting ways where you can, like, you know, which you can go, and more interesting time periods and more interesting characters, I think. But whatever, if they're going to do it well, and you're going to follow Boba Fett, maybe younger Boba Fett, who is actually, you know, hunting down maybe Han Solo, even the current Han Solo, Alden Ehrenreich or whatever. Yeah. I'm on board, I think.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't excited about Solo, but like seeing it from Boba Fett's perspective might be actually really interesting.
It'd be nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and finally, episode 9. That's happening, right?
Episode 9.
Next year, on Christmas 2019. J.J. Abrams again directing this movie.
In my opinion, the least original director ever.
Which should bring a close to a Skywalker saga.
What do you mean? There's no living Skywalkers in the saga anymore. As far as I'm concerned,
Kylo Ren's technically Skywalker-ish.
His fucking name is Ben Solo, which pisses me off even more right now, because Solo was given to Han Solo by a fucking, officer there, some bureaucrat or something. Who gives a shit? Like, this doesn't mean anything, Like, Ben Solo, I was like, this is a cool name, but now I know how the Solo name came to be, and I'm like, is this really the name of the main character, This sucks,
It is now. It is now. And there's no way back from it.
Where are the times where Star Wars made me happy in the original trilogy and made me entertained in the, prequels?
Yes.
Now it's making me angry, dude.
Well, maybe you just grew up.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks.
Me? Sorted. Anyways, there's very little information about episode 9.
For a good reason, I think.
The one thing is that they're looking for a new strong female character in her 40s or to 50s, which is probably someone who would as the code name is Mara, which
the fans
could be
berserk,
which could be a nod to Mara Jade, who was in the non-canonical stuff. Wife of Luke Skywalker.
Yep, pretty badass.
Or it could be just a code name, and it's gonna be.
Oh, it is. Trust me, it is a code name.
And it's gonna be then like Martha Stewart or someone, or Martha. It's definitely gonna be Martha.
Well, it's Disney.
And then you get a lot.
Oh no, sorry. Yes, I fucked up.
No worries. I'll edit it out.
No, you won't, you asshole.
And then you're gonna have there's like a lot of rumor, speculation that Disney gave up some hints, but the Disney is very good with the Star Wars, like not giving away too much real information from the movies, which is good. And these rumors are like a time travel, or Rey's gonna be in romantic relationship with Kylo Ren or Poe Dameron, or that. One thing I know, I don't want to time travel. Please don't.
You know that time travel is canon.
I know it is.
It is canon, dude.
I know it is.
There's like time travel palaces and shit. It's ridiculous. Ezra Bridger, the character from the Rebels, he goes back in time and saves a character who was supposed to be dead, and and I'm like, if you can do this, you can fuck up everything. You can go and grab Ki-Adi-Mundi, my favorite non-character, because he's just like a cool design, the conehead guy. You can save whoever you wish, Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, please bring Jar Jar back.
You know what's the canonical end of Jar Jar Binks?
No.
I think he was like after everything happened with the Empire and so on, he lived till like the end of his days somewhere on the planet, being like considered a local like a clown. People were like laughing at him, and he was just super depressed because he knew that he caused all of this. And I love that.
Good for him.
I love that. Anyway. And I see that we have some games as well.
Games, and we just two mentions. I think we should just take it a little bit faster now, I think, with these. And that's it. Thank you very much. No, get in. We're going to have another comic, which is going to go Star Wars Beckett, which is a comic produced by Marvel, or published by Marvel, and it's about the Beckett from Solo Star Wars story. Sort of the mentor of a Han Solo.
All right. I presume that it's going to contain also like the backstories of his original team and so on.
Possibly, yeah, and his like relationship with the Enfys Nest, the sort of a villain in the movie.
Oh well, now we know it's not.
But, yeah, spoilers. And so that one is out in August.
Okay.
And another one, A Thrawn Alliance, which I know that Admiral Thrawn is your very favorite character.
Indeed it is.
And yeah, so we're getting another comic books about his adventures, if I may call it adventures, which would take place sort of during the TV show Rebels, or after his arc finished in this series.
That is interesting, because it was left very open what happened to him.
Yeah, apparently it was like a cliffhanger. I have to admit, I haven't seen all the Rebels.
It contained like space whales or space squids and so on, and like
that was in Solo,
hyperspeed and whatever. I don't really know. Like that show, had its moments, but
well,
sometimes...
then you are in for a treat because this comic book is to be out in, I think, end of June or beginning of July. So not far from now.
Oh, good.
So you can grab it in your local comic book store and read it.
Like we have comic book store here
Yes,
in
we
Czech
don't.
Republic. I wish we did.
It's banned by a government.
No nerds.
And then video games.
we're like underground network here doing this podcast, and the
Exactly.
government is knocking on our door like, "Are you talking nerd stuff over there?
If they find
Shut
us,
it down!"
If they find us, they would kill us. So
So you have to support us and hit that fucking like button.
games in development.
Yep.
There's a game which is being produced by Respawn Entertainment. You'll be probably
Titanfall.
is it guys behind the Titanfall?
Yes, because EA still owns the license for Star Wars. Still,
Yes.
God knows for how long. But yes, EA recently purchased the studio behind Titanfall, and now they're creating a Star Wars game.
And this one's particularly is going to be a third-person shooter. Or not, I don't want to say shooter, because apparently there was like a lot of guys or doing motion capture stunts for like lightsaber battles.
Let's
So
do
it
another
might be-
Jedi Academy.
So it might be like heavy on Jedis and Jedi battles, and
Please.
we'll see. And the director or the guy who is in charge of this is the guy behind the God of War 3, which I don't recall the name now, but it's like very Scandinavian name, or like Sami Undarnanen. No, I don't know. I just made it up. But you know how the Scandinavian names sound like.
Scandinavian, yeah.
And then, yeah, much hated Battlefront 2. It's probably gonna get much more content.
Even more hated.
More content, because I got very good content with the Last Jedi.
Well, they have a
But
plenty
it didn't get as good content during the solo season, because it got just like some old maps from the original Battlefront, and then like costume and appearances that you could like buy new skins.
Of course.
But there are no microtransactions.
But you can buy them.
But you can buy them as a, like in-game credits.
But those in-game credits you can buy.
No,
No?
no,
No.
no. The microtransactions not bug in the game yet.
You know what happened there as well. Like, I mean, you're a big fan of these games, but they were forced to remove these microtransactions because Disney told them, not because EA. EA were like, well, we're leaving it in. It's making us a shit ton of money. But Disney were like, you're not. You're taking them away.
Unless
And
we're
we don't
gonna
give a
cancel.
shit if the game is remained an unbalanced mess. So that happened, and afterwards the game was an unbalanced mess.
Yep. Well,
It
there
is-
was a lot said about Battlefront 2, so
I mean, that's for one episode.
yeah, let's just like turn the page. And
Wait.
magic sound effects are like
We have to make do with our own sound effects.
and another one. EA is responsible for another game, which is going to be an open world game from Star Wars universe, which we didn't really get any open world games, did we?
Not as far as I know.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Can like the KOTOR games can be... Well, the Knights of the Old Republic, the MMO is open world.
Yeah, okay.
It's like,
There we
it's
go.
as open world as you can go.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's, yeah.
That might be happening.
But do you know EA, but what part of EA? Is it BioWare? Because if it was BioWare, I would be super excited.
I don't have these kind of information.
Maybe you should do more
These
research.
these games are like at least 2 or 3 years away
course, of
anyway,
course,
so
of
there's
course.
not many informations about that. Mostly
Well,
rumors.
actually, we're getting the E3, so...
So there might be some updates.
announcements, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that would wrap all the stuff that's confirmed, or at least partially confirmed.
Yep.
And so shall we just go for the rumored ones? I think that would be like super easy. I would do it like excited or not excited.
Okay.
Or I don't give a shit and I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
So, okay, I'm gonna hit it. There's a lot of like of these like anthological films, like a Star Wars story films. So let's go. Orlando, Star Wars story.
Don't give a shit.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Unless Donald Glover is directing it and writing.
Unless Donald Glover is writing, directing, and singing and dancing in it.
Yes. So let's leave a door open for this possibility. Okay, another one. Obi-Wan Kenobi solo movie.
Super excited.
Yes, super excited. Under one condition, that
Ewan
Ewan McGregor is
McGregor
back as a Kenobi.
Yeah, otherwise I'm boycotting the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Which, like, I'm going to say it to all 25 listeners that we have, and I'm going to say them, boycott this movie, and Disney is going to be like, oh my god, they are boycotting this. Yeah.
I think it actually might be the third, like when I said the Solo could be a part of a new trilogy, which Boba Fett's going to be a second one in a row, then Kenobi might be a last one in this trilogy. We'll
Maybe. What I want from the Obi-Wan standalone movie, I want it to be very low, like not low stakes, but in comparison to the rest of the movies, very low stakes.
Yeah.
Like no galactic wars, no nothing, just him looking after Luke, protecting him, and maybe resolving some other conflict.
Maybe he against some bounty hunters. They
Some
would be like,
Tusken
oh,
Riders.
he might be like the guy the
Yeah.
Emperor is looking for, or Darth Vader is looking
and
for.
they're like throwing him around, like, you old man, you're shit, and
And then he gets someone's hand.
exactly.
Again.
That's what I want to see. Maimed bounty hunters.
Yeah, Kenobi, definitely.
Kenobi.
I'm up
Western.
for it.
I want the dude who was directing the Boba Fett movie. What's his name?
John
John Mangold. I want this dude to direct the Obi-Wan movie.
Well, if he does a good job, then he can do 2
can he?
movies in a row. Like,
Oh.
I think he can.
Oh, well, you'll allow it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll allow it.
Kathleen, if you're listening, Ricky is allowing it, so
and
it's
happy
okay.
birthday, by the way, Kathleen.
Yeah, I read all your beautiful birthday
Birthday
wishes,
wishes.
underneath on your Instagram thing. It was tough read, dude.
Yeah. Another movie. I didn't really know about this until like today when I've done all my research. And that is untitled Romantic Star Wars Movie.
What?
I don't know. Apparently, it could be something like a young lovers are trapped in the world within a war. So sort of like I have an idea of like do you know the book Romain Rolland, Peter and Lucy?
Oh.
So that's sort of like
I told you my relationship with books is...
yeah, well, you still have like at least basic education. So yeah, apparently that's
so
supposed
mean.
to that's supposed to be like a film which is meant to be targeted for like younger people who just like going
Star
through
Wars
this
is
stuff.
not for kids, dude!
Not kids, like teenagers who are going through like romantic affairs and like
Yeah,
first love.
I get it.
Yeah.
Like Twilight in Star Wars.
Exactly,
I don't care.
Another one, a Darth Maul solo spin-off movie. Do you want that?
No.
Me neither.
I don't particularly enjoy the fact that they resurrected him. I enjoy the fact that he died the way he died, like canonically on Tatooine,
Yeah.
because that is badass.
Yeah, but that's like, so he's still alive in that timeline.
Yeah, I know, but like, are you excited because like you know that he's alive in Solo?
You saw a lot of that in like Clone Wars and
yeah.
Rebels.
Yeah, and you have just a little tiny spaces where you can do something with that character. But either way, you're going to know how he ends up. So like, there are no surprises there. I'm not excited at all.
Yeah, I cannot think.
And
really
it's just
not.
like, and he's a non-character as well. Like his character is the design. He has horns. He looks cool because he's red and black, and he has a double-bladed lightsaber,
Yeah,
and that's it.
He definitely looks like a Sith. He's got a
Oh, that's
red
right.
paint
Yeah,
on
yeah,
his
yeah,
face
yeah,
and wears black clothes.
Yeah. And he has a bad teeth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he has tattoos on his teeth. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Can you tattoo your teeth? Probably not.
Never tried that. Never
Like,
will.
this is a galaxy far
Yeah,
away.
as you said, there's a lot of stuff that's been explained of like the Darth Maul story. So
Yeah.
I don't think we need to see any more of that.
I don't.
Yeah.
I want to see those short movies that Maul, I mean the cosplayer did. Mm-hmm. Did you see that one?
Nope.
With Darth Maul, like a fan movie. I think it's called even Maul. I'm not sure. You have to watch it.
Okay.
It's brilliant.
I'll
It's
put
just,
it on a list.
It's just
And if
15,
I find-
15 minutes of fight between Darth Maul and like 7 Jedi.
All
It's
right.
brilliant.
Oh, I'll check
Watch
that.
it.
If I find a link, I'll
Yeah.
put it down
There's
below the
one
video. in the
one of the
description.
Jedi looks like PewDiePie, and maybe he gets killed. Very satisfying.
All right, okay. I'll give it a shot. Another one, Ahsoka Tano spin-off movie.
Did you ever
I
notice
kinda-
that her name is Katano, like katana?
No, not really.
I'm so smart. I don't need books. Katano.
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
Katano.
Are you excited for the movie? Don't
I'm
don't
not.
play with
no,
words.
I'm not. No.
But did you like the character as Ahsoka? I
really.
can no.
No.
I think she was alright in
It's just
Clone
like
Wars.
bitchy.
Yeah.
I
Bratty,
really-
little.
Yeah. Like, yeah. I don't particularly enjoy the fact that she has 2 lightsabers for some reason, and
She has that like later in the series though.
does she?
She starts with just like a green one lightsaber.
Oh, really? Okay, never
And
mind.
she sort of wielded it in the
yeah.
direction like in the Star
What
Wars
is it?
Force Unleashed.
What is it? Soresu or whatever?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
You're expert for this.
I used to know all of the.
You used to
fucking
be
forms.
expert.
I used to be expert. Yeah.
Okay, another one. Yoda. I don't want to see Yoda.
I don't want to see young Yoda. Maybe he's going to have that sweet hair like Yaddle does on the.
Or
council.
maybe how old is Yoda? He's like super old.
Like 900 or something.
Yeah. So maybe if we get like the Knights of the Old Republic series, that he could be in there, or is it?
No,
is that even
come
older?
on.
Is that even older?
Knights of the Old Republic is like, thousands and thousands of years
Alright, okay.
before. So you can see, if I know Disney the
or
way
maybe
I
just
think
like
I
his
do.
species.
No,
like,
well, I mean,
showing
if
up.
I know Disney the way I think I do, we're going to meet like Yoda's grandfather or something, And just like,
And he's gonna
one
be
day, one of my offsprings is going to talk like a
he's
Polish
going to be the
guy.
biggest Jedi ever.
Yeah. So yeah, it's possible that we're going to see something with Yoda, but I'm not too excited about that.
Yeah, me neither. That's all. And Darth Vader spin-off is the last one, who's very popular character. And apparently, comic books are really strong about
Yes, I've read some of them. They're pretty
Vader. And so, I think that's the same question as we had with the Darth Maul.
Yep.
Is there actually any space that you can fill?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Him hunting down the Jedi. I
Oh,
want to
nice.
see that. I want to see that.
So maybe you can get that.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
Well, before we started recording, then you said like, yeah, not really. And now you got an idea.
Yeah.
Good.
I have ideas
Good.
sometimes. So yeah,
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say about the?
if you could choose one of these projects, just one that you're the most excited about and you want to see
Kenobi.
today,
Definitely.
Kenobi. Yes.
100%.
And if I knew for 100% that there's going to be a Revan movie, I would like to see that. So yeah, so we're probably aligned there.
Mm-hmm.
So Kenobi and Revan, 2 characters we want to see again.
Yeah.
Or for the first time.
Sounds great. Yeah, I would close it with the sort of thought that. Do you think we're getting way too many Star Wars projects happening?
Yes.
Yeah.
It seems fucking overconfident from Disney.
As I said in the
And
beginning,
unearned,
they're trying to do the Marvel
Yeah.
Cinematic Universe thing going on. But
And it feels unearned, seriously. Like
it's very rushed. It seems like there's no plan ahead.
well, they don't have the planning like
You don't even have a plan for the main trilogy. Because they're at the end of episode 7, like, okay, so what are we gonna do next?
Why
and
do you
then
thi- why
someone
do-
else comes in and like do it completely different.
Why do you think I hate episode 8 so much? Because I wasn't a big fan of episode 7, but at least it planted some of the seeds of really cool things to come.
Yeah.
And then Ryan Johnson comes and shits all over it.
And like, oh, you wanted to do that? Yeah, I'm gonna do exactly opposite.
Yeah. And now it's too late for JJ to come back and say like, oh,
Unless
you remember that?
Unless time travel.
Oh, fuck my life.
Oh, please don't.
Please don't. Kathleen, I know you're listening. And, don't listen to the
Why?
guys. Don't
Once
listen-
you finish your birthday cake,
Yes.
just get back to work and fix it.
Yes, and seriously, Kathleen, don't listen to the guys on Instagram. They're very mean.
But listen to guys on the Czech podcast.
Yes, please.
Wow, Kuba, Jakub, Jacob, whatever you call yourself, and your
Just
English
call me the cool guy.
cool guy. The other guy on the opposite side of the microphone.
Yes.
We are at the end of our first English episode. What do you think? Did you like it? Doesn't really matter. Depends on our listeners whether they like it or not.
Because like I will never listen back to this. I hate the sound of my voice.
Yeah, I'm listening to you all the time, so I have to listen to that voice.
Yes, I know. So. It must be very unpleasant. And also listening to the shit that you're saying. Oh, brain fart.
Anyway. No, thanks. I think that was really good.
Yeah, let's do this once every what month?
Month, yeah.
Once per month.
Once we get like interesting topic, then we can just like put it out there.
Or we can constantly bitch about Star Wars. I'm always up for that.
Yeah, and I like it because it's been ages I speak English, so thank you very much that I could. Oh, snap! A little inside in me just died.
Good.
Okay. So guys, this was an Imperial pod.
Yes.
A Czech podcast about all this cool stuff, movies, films. Oh, movies and films are exactly the same.
Yeah.
Whatever. TV shows, video games, and hopefully we'll be back. And
we will. Like, there's nothing.
And make sure you give us a like and subscribe and turn on the notifications, because if we see that you're interested in this, then we're gonna do more of these. But if not, then we're just gonna be like, nah, no.
We're going to do it regardless.
Shush. This is a marketing move. So it depends on you whether we're gonna get more episodes like this.
But we definitely will. Shush. All right. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for surviving this.
And thank you for listening.
Yeah.
It would be weird if you just watch this video and won't listen to it. Or like watch the video with a static screen on and then like volume turned down.
But you know what? Like if you enjoy that, who are we to say that that's the bad thing to watch this video? Yeah. Just like
Yeah, and let us know if there's any particular topic that we should talk about
in
next
English.
time. In English.
Yes.
And we can definitely make that happen.
Definitely.
Okay.
Defo,
mate.
I was Kuba.
And
or Jakub, or whatever.
And I am Rikki.
Oh, you still are?
I still am.
Okay, cool. So once again, thank you very much for watching. Please like us, comment, subscribe, and we're going to hear you next time.
And yeah, see you later.
Bye!